Ooh, it's out there late. And if you're just joining, welcome to the Programming Racing League. This is the GT3 Sprint Championship, Season 13. It's a mixed one because we have 10 races instead of our conventional 6 splits of 5 first half, 5 in the second half. It's all because of all the argy-bargy nonsense that iRacing has bestowed upon us on the weeks. And everything else that's happened, including the Daytona 24-hour race and, I don't know, Christmas and the New Year. This is round 6 here at Monza. And we got a minute left in practice, and then we're going to go straight into qualifying for 15 minutes. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm not really sure what we're going to... still getting 42 drivers out of our max of 60, and we weren't maxing out except on round 5. Round 4 was close. It was in the 50s. This is a pretty good turnout for what it is. 42 drivers here at Monza. It's gonna be very compact. It's not a lot of anything that's gonna happen out there on track that won't get unnoticed. Only a very few areas to pass. Yikes, and Matt Benson is into the wall up there at the Lesmo 2. And Jeff Lubitsch here, going through Ascari just fine. Oof. No, he did go fine. It's just... the switch up is happening. Practice is over. And... yeah, the standings are a lot different. But we are on a fresh set. This is the second half of Season 13. Rounds 1 through 5, technically. But we're going to continue with the continuity of things. It's round 6 to 10 for the second half here for the GT3 Sprint Championship at Broken Wing Racing League. And it looks like John Javecki is followed by Jeff Koffold, who is part of Mixed Nationality Racing. He's P8 in the pro standings, by the way, and his teammate P2. And his teammate is Austin J. McGill. It's an odd promotion combo. And it's really just kind of made the standings all different. Draft Punk Silver, Dylan Maroney and Rodrigo Theory won the first half of the team standings, dropping Get Bean Nerds to second. Well, still some residual coughing. Not sick, but just I'm gonna be pausing my mic every time instead of having you guys have to listen to that. Nova Wolf 125. Thank you for the follow. John Javecki, first driver to set his lap here, and we'll go on board with him. Now, John Javecki is 10th in the pro standings. He missed 2 races, so only one of those counted as a drop. So, while he's missed a couple of these races, he is fighting for Pax Oceani, Heinz Silly Beans. And if I am not mistaken, the Heinz Silly Beans actually are shaping up really nicely. They're 11th in the team standings, but they are ahead of the Little Jelly Beans of Christopher Chierling and Charles Whedon. Charks Whedon? Oof. Andrew Korostecki has some proofreading to do on Charks Whedon here. It's a K, or it's an L. It's supposed to be an L, but I see a K. And I'm pretty literal. Pretty well through the Scari section there for himself. No off track for our lead driver here, John Javecki. But there's a lot of off tracks that are popping up from other drivers. Beans, yes. The Get Bean nerds. They got they're P1 in the Beans, but they're P2 in the team standings. That shake-up promotion really made a difference on the team standings. 31 points difference there from P1 to 2. Oof, John Javecki into the wall. What exactly happened there? Curbing. Oh, and bam. Okay. I'm not sure about that one. And with that said, we got Trey Mistak out here. And it looks like he's trying to set a lap. Maybe. That was an off track. It's lap 1. I don't think this one's going to count for him. What if he's going for it? That's going to be fascinating. Prashant Jayaraman is on the outlap at the moment. But this driver is pretty quick. He was 4th in practice. Let's see if he can't pull up something here. He's on an outlap though. Oof. Seen a lot of drivers unable to make it through the Scari there. It's rough. And out they go. Chris Moulton. They have all the accents on. The PAMS group. The Purple PAMS. The Pro-Ams. Don't think I've had to say this guy's name before, but if he is new, welcome to the league. Number 521. Jacob Simmons crosses the line and is P1 at the moment with a 147.2. A pretty quick time in the Pro-Ams is going to be a 148s, mid to low 148s. We got a driver off there of Chris Chierling. I don't know what's going on. People are making some odd mistakes. I don't quite see that. Brad Jorgensen is our last driver. Is he going out right now? And now you can see he should change liveries because he was using a little anime waifu livery before. And he's rocking a My Little Pony livery. That's something you don't see every day. But Brad Jorgensen is having fun. Look at that driver in the AM class. Light blue accents for the AM class, if everyone isn't up to date on those. We got that guy, Travis Bartlett, crosses the line, go to P27 there, just ahead of Justin Jill Nulowitz. JR Hoops out there on a quick one right now. Just behind him is Prashant. Michael Sharon there crosses the line to go to 31st. Dropping Brad down to 32nd. Trey in the pit lane, so he's definitely not going to make one of those moves yet. Forrest Holland across the line. Maybe this is his hot lap. Well, he had an incident earlier. Who the heck is that? I don't know what that delivery looks like. Oh, it's Justin. It's an interesting combo of colors. Looks pretty cool though. I don't know what it means. Tom Smith still unable to make a hot lap out there yet, but he's going for it. This would be his first one. We have an off track on the recent one. Miles Brown going to P16. J.R. Hoops crosses the line to go to 20th. Matt Benson into 21st as he crossed the line. Prashant, still no time on the board for him. He's got 6 minutes 47 seconds left and no time on the board. Tyler Anderson and Cooper McCoy, teammates, they are following suit behind Prashant here, and it looks like they're maybe trying to get his teammate a tow, possibly. He's got no time on the board. Chris Moulton's finally coming out. Still no time on the board there. Jeff Lubitsch crossed the line. Did he get a time on the board? And that is a no bueno for this driver, Draft Punt Bronze. Still nothing. 7 drivers have not set a time on the board. Is Kendrick going to perform? You know, I've never even heard that song. I think I've heard snippets of that song, and it sounds terrible. I've never liked Kendrick Lamar's musical abilities. Austin McGill and Tyler Anderson. Reasons why these two are still in their purple Pam accents, but are pro drivers. Oh, look at that! As Prashant crosses the line to go 3rd, I knew he had that lap in him. Tyler Anderson getting that tow from Cooper McCoy here. Hopefully it helps out his chances to get P1 there. But we do like... Oh, what do we like is... we need a new commentator. Hey, buddy. Go for it. Have you drink some natty lights. That's what I want to see here. A broadcast. It's just qualifying, and everything right now is a little predictable. Those 2 purple Pams are actually part of the pros. He's on the outside there. I don't even know what this is. Is he on a toilet or is it a wheelchair? Jacob Simmons unveiling one of the weirdest liveries that I've seen behind that guy. There was one guy that uses a toilet livery though, but he is in a wheelchair, and it does say honk honk. Is the bigger face guy supposed to be Jacob with sunglasses on? Or like, what are those underwater goggles? Water goggles? It's Snaze in a wheelchair. Who the heck is Snaze? Wait, it actually is Gareth? Are you saying it's actually Gareth in that photo? Oh, Jesus Christ. The little jelly beans back there is, oh, and that's Jeff Lubitsch as well, also out there in the background. Wow. Well, I mean, I know who Snaze is, but I thought it was like another thing. I don't know. 3 minutes left to go here at qualifying, and that is actually him. Well, it's hard to tell because he's wearing like a helmet, and he said he was bald. And if I don't see the bald head, then how am I really supposed to know who it is? That is fascinating. Yeah, that was Chris Chitterling that took a little hit there into the wall. Not even sure what happened there, but let's take a look. Brave through a Scary, and on exit, too much. Trying to avoid, bam. It's a little bit of that front action there, and Jeff Lubitsch was out. You hate to see it, especially during qualifying. no more bold predictions, I would say. Noah Porter. This is a new driver. I haven't seen this person before. Welcome to the league. Yeah, we have 5 drivers who have not set times on the board. Trey Mistack being one of them, but we already know what he's doing. He's shooting for the moon. Gave it too many little jelly beans. I think so as well. Michael Othen crosses his line to go 31st there. Improved time for him. Chris Moulton. Welcome to the league. I think this driver is new. Anthony V. Jenkins goes to P18. Taking a couple people. And Andrew Korsecki's here. He's in P20. Just ahead of Chris Moulton. Now, is Charles Whedon here? Because that's the real question. Charles Whedon. I don't think he's here. As he shouldn't be. He's being disrespected by the man in P20. He wrote his name as Charles Whedon in the spreadsheet. Charles Whedon. Not an L, but a K. Just feel bad for Charles. He did not ask for this. Chris Moulton crossed the line to go P12. Dropping Andrew Korsecki down 1. Spencer Smith into 20th. Andrew Korsecki down into 22nd. Jason Zittel into 22nd. Miles Brown crosses the line, goes over a little bit faster than Marshall Scarry here, and goes to P17. Give him the special beans. Honk, 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 honk. That is truly terrifying, that livery. It just... it hits you just slightly wrong. So who's the person in the water goggles? Is that Jacob? Tyler Anderson, no improvement out of him just yet, but a rival here. And you know what? Elliot Burton. Guess we're going to see maybe a promotion out of this. But Elliot Burton, our Pro-Am PAM leader, has now inherited the championship in the first half of the season for the Pro-Am's PAM's division. And leads comfortably over, not comfortably, I shouldn't say that. He's not leading comfortably. Actually, this is the wrong category. He's 20 points overall ahead of P2 and 29 points ahead of Dylan Maroney, who's in P3. So there we go. We still have people out on the board, but it won't let me show. Okay, there we go. It's just a few left to go. Christopher Daniel goes into the pit lane. It's a terrible angle. Tom Smith crosses the line. He's 33rd. Does he improve? Miles Brown crosses the line. Does he improve? This looks like a negative there. And Cooper McCoy in 15th. Does he improve? And nobody improves upon their time. Oof. It's a special collaboration between Jacob and I for that livery. I see. I still want to know who that person is. And welcome back, everybody, to the Brokering Racing League GT3 Sprint Championship. Season 13, Round 6. Y'all know who's in the P1 through P15. Counting it back is Cooper McCoy in 16. I guess we still have a little bit of time left. Oh, that said, well, I guess we're still waiting for the transition. Rodrigo Theory in 17, Chris Schierling in 18, Miles Brown 19, Spencer Smith 20, Andrew Korsecki 21, Jason Zittel 22, Forrest Holland 23, Scott Weber 24, Brandon Burns at 25, J.R. Hoops 26, Eric Koonsman 27, Matt Benson 28, Daniel Barrett in 29, Jeff Lubitsch in 30, Michael Alton 31, Alex Zahir in 32, Tom Smith in 33, Justin Janulowitz in 34, Travis Bartlett 35, Colin Luckhurst 36, Steve McAllister 37, 38 is Michael Sharon, Brad Jorgensen in 39, Trey Mistack 40, Noah Porter in 41, Mark Miller II in 42, Kyle Poffenberger in 43 and Zachary Hinterhoff in 44. Where's Chris Lambeth? He's too washed to join us on this one. He's not really helping out his team. The Get Bean Nerds. That's why they finished in second. No, they finished in second because we had a couple mid-season promotions. No 146 washed. Well, you know, Trey did not set a time on the board, so we didn't get to see if the one of the aliens could have done it. You're in Portland? Gross. I mean, it's not that bad. All right. Blimp is... Yeah, is something. Okay, we got our grid is mostly formed. We got 2 left here. Okay, Chris Shearling came in. Miles Brown is popping in. I think our backfield is going to be not popping up. I will say that. We got 41. Oh, Noel Porter does show up. Look at that. Mark Miller's the second to last one. We have 1 row. Kyle Poffenberger in 43 and Zachary Hinterhoff 44. Maybe they don't show up for this one. Maybe they pop in right at the last. Oh, we're pacing. The last row has been ixnayed from the race A, or they're starting from the pits when they do decide to hit the grid button. And we're about to be off. A race on a steam deck or controller. And what a better fitting way to start us off here at Monza than our pro driver who won the first half of this championship for season 13, Jacob Simmons on the left with the Flames, is going to take us to Green Light Racing, as we're about to see almost everybody here. I think 2 more cars. Nope, I think that's the last one. Is Trey got pink on the front of his car? Oh no, he's not the second to last one. I think that's Mark Miller? Yeah, I think so. All right. Now will there be a send down the inside line here into turn 1? Are we going to see any shenanigans? Race is green, and we're about to go underway as Jacob has a commanding lead over his rival in P2, but Tyler Anderson is on the inside line here, and is he going to make this difficult for Elliot Burton, who gets actually a better line in braking and is through? Oof, 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 ooh. There is 3 wide, and now we have drivers who have... Yep, this is a regular race at Monza. Oh boy, that person just lost their front and back wings. Jeff Lubitsch is in the grass here. We got people losing carbon fiber. Oh, sorry about that. No, I erased some sounds. Yeah, that's... We're back on. Dylan Maroney and Brian Zaborski Jr. going side by side there for a second. Mouse clicks though. Yeah, that was my that was me. Anyone had said anything earlier. My bad. AD Daniel going side by side here with Cooper McCoy, getting the move down. Just ahead of him is Brian Zaborski Jr., who now has his front end again. That's perplexing. I mean, is there any good angles here at Monza with the cameras? Jesus Christ, can't see anything. We got Richard Sever making a move down the inside line there on Chris Shearling. He makes that move stick, and it is done. Where front? I don't know. This is a doozy. Elliot Burton loses 1 position here to Tyler Anderson. Let's go back further here. And this, I mean, he got it down pretty early. Oh, wait, not early. Later. It's just before Scary gets it down before, yeah. That move is done and dusted. Maybe slow down. Prashant Jaya Raman is on the heels here of Ellie Burton. No move down. Oh, a slowdown penalty. Yeah, I mean, if it was just a slowdown penalty, then we probably would have lost more than just that place. So we got a full-on battle here in the midfield. As we got guys going too wide here. Daniel Barrett leading them over Richard Sevra. And that is Trade Mistack, who's making the moves here in the middle of this midfield. Up 17 positions since the start of this race. Justin Janulowicz and 24th behind him, up 10 positions. I mean, we knew it was going to be brutal. I knew it was going to be brutal. Lap 1, turn 1. There's a slam dunk. I don't think I've ever seen a single group of individuals take turn 1 in real life or otherwise and not somehow mess it up. Whether it's the front of the field, the middle of the field, or the back of the field. Shenanigans. Every time. When will the Italians learn this track is a death trap? Not even sure who that is slowing down back there, but it's somebody. Jeff Lubitsch is that lap traffic there, the Draft Punk Bronze. It's going to be slightly getting out of the way here momentarily for some of these drivers. Richard Sever trying to battle back here on Daniel Barrett, that purple Corvette. Oh, and there's the move down as Daniel Barrett gets ahead of Jeff Lubitsch here. Oof. A little ceremonial tap there. And he is through. Lap traffic. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal this early on, but it is. And they are following. These two drivers are following, and now he's going to be able to lift a little bit here on the, maybe lift. Of course, Holland's able to dive. But is it enough for the other? Everyone else is going to have to slot in and take their chance at getting past Jeff Lubitsch at the moment in time. That is rough. Further up in the pack, we have Dylan Maroney. It's P3 in the Pro-Am Championship for Draft Punk Silver. And Draft Punk Silver won the first half of this team standings championship. Anthony V. Jenkins. That's the one without the front face. This entire front end is gone. But Brian Zaborski was also involved in that. But his is normal-ish. Normal-ish. It's like playing detective. Who hit who, and where's the carbon fiber going? And is it gone? Michael Sharon here has Brandon Burns just ahead of him. That car, number 28, you can see them. They're about to go side by side almost. Past turn 1 into turn 2. Now going into turn 3. Darts to the inside, but slots back in. The move isn't there just yet. He's going to be just going to have to follow this driver. Ooh, he's wheeling in the dust there. Is he going to go side by side through Lesmo 1? He does. And it looks like Michael Sharon has the move down. And it is calculated. A mistake occurs, and he picked up on that. And it was all said and done. Now we got Draft Punk Bronze and Silver. And Michael Othen on that left side of the Castrol McLaren. And also Brad Jorgensen, who's defending against, it looks like he's defending. Actually, he's going to have to slot back in. He actually loses 2 positions there. Yikes. It rains, it pours. Tyler Anderson dropping out these fastest laps over our leader. Only 1.5 back here. Feeling better? I mean, mostly, yeah. I mean, physically, yeah. Still have a cough, so my voice does sound a little bit different. But the cough isn't that bad. Wait, further back, we got good old Trey Mistack making moves. He's up 18 positions now. He's got Daniel Baer with him. Justin Janulowicz down one on himself there. He was up 10. Now he's down to 9. He's in 25th. He's further back there. Richard Sever down 7. Wyckoff. Is that a joke on Wyckoff, the driver? Or Mykoff? I don't know. I don't know anything about what you're trying to do there, Justin. Oh, Rodrigo Theory making the move on the outside line there. It's a pretty good move on Steve McAllister. Ooh, Richard Severo making his car as big as he can. Make sure the move isn't on there for Trey Mistack. He's got Matt Benson just ahead of him. And look at him dart out like that. He's going to find that outside line at the moment. Matt Benson still on the defensive against Richard there. And they're going to go side by side. What the heck? And there goes the hammer. It's a timeout hammer, not a band hammer, but that's just some random... Sorry. Having to do some Twitch things, moderation, while having to do this as well. Don't give me that many things, people. Did everyone just see that? Pop that back to replay. Oof. Didn't mean to do that. That was Mark Miller there on the outside line. Dusty. Now, Matt Benson kind of getting swallowed up here with Daniel Barrett here, and they are going side by side. Brian Zaborski Jr. there in the back, and he's that McLaren. It's going to go to the outside line here into turn. They're going into Ascari soon, turn 7. There's no way you take this too wide. Ooh, but they're doing it. Ooh. Move is down. Brian Zaborski Jr. kept that in. Whoa! I think that is Travis Bartlett there. Yep. I'm gonna lose some positions. Now Richard Severa into P20. Could be possibly P19. As he steams ahead of JR Hoops in the Porsche. And Forrest Holland up in 25th. It's one less gain for Justin Janulowicz. And you know, it's quite not, I'm not going to say surprising, but interesting to say the least. Richard Severa is flying right now. This driver is an AM class driver who's just lighting up the charts there. He's did a 148.3. In comparison, Trey Misdak, who's in traffic and he's got a driver he has to pass ahead of him, did a 149. Almost even. That is a pro class driver whose last lap was not comparative to the AM class ahead of him. JR Hoops, a PAM driver, one of the purple PAMs, pro AM drivers, in the middle of this, and he did a 149 too. This might be one of those scenarios where we see some of the AM class drivers just know what they're doing at a very specific track and really show their speed. Not show it all the time, but Richard Sever has already caught up to Jason Zittel. Zittel? Zalittle. And Tyler took the lead while I was talking. And it's going to be down the straight. Let's see here. McLaren versus Ferrari. He's already got the run on him. And in the background, Prashant does the same thing. And the move is down, but is it over? Not just yet. Went through Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2. Can Jacob come back at him here, as Prashant is definitely leading those in P3. Also a quick driver. Extremely quick. Move not down just yet, but look at these four. We got Prashant Jayaraman in third, Elliot Burton in fourth, Austin McGill and Jeff Koffel in fifth and sixth. That's mixed nationality for you in fifth and sixth. They've been doing this all season, just really shaping up, and he's got Elliot Burton timed and delivered, and through goes Austin McGill. It looks like it's a Purple Pam versus Purple Pam. Pro-Ams, the Pams. Let's just call them Pams. It is not, though. It's not the case. Elliot Burton here is our enigma. He is a Pro-Am driver who's leading the Pro-Am class series, and every driver around him is technically a pro, including Austin McGill, who has the wrong accents on. That is definitely a slowdown penalty because, or maybe, yeah, I think it is, because he's definitely just kind of letting it by. He's going to have also left Jet by. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he definitely had a slowdown penalty from that, cutting that corner. Further back, we have JD Daniel making moves here. He's got John Javecki with him. Dylan Maroney is just ahead. Both those drivers, Anthony V. Jenkins, the last car in this little stack up here. Ooh. And it almost looks like a move to the inside, but it quickly left that one. Oh, look at that. Cooper McCoy. Further back. Just going to have that battle out here. Chris Chitterling for the spot. Got a nasty exit there of Lesmo 2. And Chris Moulton right there in the background, ready to join this fight. A lot of close drivers. Like I was saying that, Rodrigo Theory passes Brandon Burns for P27. Marshall Scari is just ahead of him in P37. Lap traffic as it is. Does John Javecki have the move down here on Dylan Maroney? I don't think so. And soon to be joined, another Pax Oceani driver of Christopher Daniel up there in P7. Yeah, it looked like Michael Oppen was really close, right there on the bumper there of Tom Smith, but no move down just yet. A couple of drivers are in the pits right now, so just seeing some changes. Maybe they're pitting extremely early in hopes that things will change for later in the race. Oh, it looks like Dylan Maroney lost the position to John Trevecchi there. And now JD Daniel. Can he make a move? That's Tupac Oceani's just ahead. His teammate is in 7th. He's in 10th. We're on board with JD Daniel. Excellent run here. Could set himself up to get that move down into turn 1. But is the move down? It's a Mustang versus a McLaren. Doesn't look like he really... This car has been reeling in the competition on the straights. He might have to wait for a mistake or to make something happen here. And asking each other to receive, Richard Severa goes really deep. And then exit still somehow is able to get ahead here of Scott Webber. Oh no. He never got ahead. It was brief and short. But only passed him into turn 1 briefly. Now this one is a very confounding one. This is the start of the second half of the season, meaning all these everyone's car is up for debate on this race. Next race it's locked in. Or whatever you pick for the remaining 4 races, that is the car you drive. Austin McGill and Jeff Koffold are never in the same car, but always on the same team. And he was not within thousandths of a second to his teammate here. He's just blipping so close to him. Is he trying to push him along here? Get them both back in this fight? Does he think he's faster? I mean, who's to say? The only reason why his time is quicker than Jeff's is because he's got a toe down the straight. Just coughing up sand. Is he going to help his teammate? Elliott Bird? Not in a similar scenario here. He's got Prashant ahead of him. And that is a Corvette versus a Mustang. I think we've seen these passes naturally just yet. We've seen the overwhelmingly undisputed ones. Porsche versus Ferrari. Quicker on the straights. Interesting. I don't know why, but it's not showing Tyler Anderson at P1 at the moment. Sure, they'll update in a second. There it goes. It updates. Jacob Simmons still in second. Now Trey's made the move down here on Scott Webber. For P17, it's up into 23 positions gained with Richard Severa just ahead of him. And Richard had kind of pulled away slightly from Trey Mistak. The battle for Trey to pass that driver, it may be on. It may be difficult. He didn't get it done earlier. And Richard was able to, you know, pick his marks. He's still extremely quick. 148.5 or 148.6 technically, round up. 0.002. I mean, by and large, he has caught up to Richard here, but is he going to be able to pass him? Through Lesmo 1, he gained 1/10 there. Now on exit, look at that, he's spitting up. If that was Daniel Ricciardo, it would make sense. Going down the inside line, is he going to braid it on here? He's going to have to take an unconventional line through Ascari. Just lost, now down 0.9. 0.6 through Ascari. It's no bueno. Oh, there's Tom Smith in the dirt there. Now, briefly, we shall go back to the start of this race to look at what happened. That is a full-on, everyone's braking. You got Steve McAllister here. Slowing up. Ooh, you gotta stop. Everyone else will stop. Matt Benson. This, try to avoid it. Gets tapped behind. Okay, Andrew Gorostecki here. Brakes. Is able to get by. Not clean, not clean. He's just getting tapped from behind. Rodrigo Theory. Completely just... What is this? Parking lot? Mark Miller the second here. He's at Porsche. Right there in the back of another driver. Brad Jorgensen. Last of the drivers there, 39th. And he stops. As he should. He's just kind of stuck in another car. Trey Mistack. Part of this, oof. Travis Bartlett, he was the one that kind of, he did stop pretty appropriately, I will say that. He did get through that one. Miles Brown. Oh, that was the driver that got turned. Tries to go through it. Scott Webber. Man, this is a lot of drivers all caught up in this. Everybody's just, it's just a 1-2 of who hit who. Eric Koonsman, slam from behind there. Jeff Lubitsch also gets hit. I think it's all said and done, folks. I think we understand what happened here. Jeff Lubitsch on the outside there just stopped again. Can't go anywhere. I mean, what is he supposed to do there? Anthony V. Jenkins. Bam! That's when he lost his front end. Colin Luckhurst. He's got no wing. Wing, wing, wing. Something wrong. And it's your wing. It's gone. No downforce. Andrew Gorostecki. Yikes. Into the wall. And Richard Sevra. Oof. Oh, that's almost a pirouette. Two people down and out in the dirt. The sand. That was with Brian Zaborski Jr. I knew it was somebody else. And Colin Luckhurst is back out. And I think that's it. I think we just caught everything. Ooh, Travis Bartlett. Ooh, this was the, we saw this one. That was an unfortunate one. And Brad just loses it on his own. Oof. Yikes. There's a couple of taps there. And Tyler Anderson is out. Jacob Simmons is out. Jacob ahead of Tyler Anderson after the pit stops. This was going to be the case. Looking at the times there, that's a 36.8 versus a 39.5. Tyler Anderson now losing out his spot there in P1 after having taken the lead on lap 11. Close to it, if not that. Drivers are still coming out. The field has spread out a little bit after the pit stops. Brian Zaborski Jr. and Daniel Barrett here battling it out here in 21st and 2nd. It's unfortunate there. It's 12 positions lost here for Brian Zaborski. His incident was pretty... Whoa! Broken wing racing leg. And there you have it. Everything's always full circle. And that is completely off. You almost didn't lose it. And then right when he gets back on track, it's like, no, you did lose it. And you're not going to be able to push. I mean, he did. He somehow survived with Scary there. That is rough. Spencer Smith in P17, up 3 positions since the start of this race. Trey Mistack has not pit. Wait, no, he did pit. He pit on 3 laps ago, on lap 13. He's up 24 positions, so this is a legitimate spot for him right now. Beans RP1. Yeah, it's unfortunate there for Brian Zaborski Jr. Losing it on Les Most 2 is no bueno. Take it with that fuel save strat. It looks to be that strategy. Is this the moment for Dylan Maroney? You know, I haven't seen a McLaren and a Ford battle out that well. Lamborghini, however, look how close he is in the mirror, or in the camera there. It's braking zone, so not so much anymore. Even with a great exit, JD Daniel did have a little bit of a wiggle on the exit there of Ascari, and it didn't deter him from just gaining ground on the straight. Dylan is not really catching that driver ahead of him, despite being in his draft. You could say that about everybody in this little pack here. There's just not a whole lot of passing being done. Go over to Chris Moulton. See if he has a move here on Cooper McCoy. It's almost frightening how large the Mustang is in comparison to these European freedom-hating people cars that they made. It's British. It counts. It's just freedom against Europeans right there. And can Chris Moulton make a move here on Cooper McCoy? Of Team something. Balatro? I don't even know. They're called the Lucky Aces. I don't even know what that game is about. And look at that. Makes the move on the outside line here. Is he going to be able to hold it along the outside line into the Parabolica? A little bit of a wiggle there out of Cooper McCoy. The American Beast against the flabby British thing. And when it's not done, it's not... Unfortunate. I totally want him to pass him there. That would have been so cool. Their closest battle on track right now. Chris Moulton. Welcome to the league. I don't think I mean, maybe you've been here before, but got the livery accents on. It's a Pam versus a Pam fighting. The Purple Pams. And still nothing. Miles Brown up there in the rear in that Porsche. That'd be the interesting thing. Where are the Porsches out on track, and was that a bad car to take here? Probably. The highest Porsche is Miles Brown in P15. And yeah, I guess the move is just really not down yet. Alright, on to Prashant Jayaraman, who's had Elliott Byrne in his sights. It's P4 and 5. Ooh. And that's going to be a little bit of a time difference there. Austin McGill is in third. That's a staggering thing there. Did a 35.6 over Elliott's 37.6. 2 seconds is all it takes to lose out position. Elliott was in hand on that on that final podium step. That step no more. Pit stop times do matter. Look at that. That was Anthony V. Jenkins. Like he was trying to make a move here on Chris Schierling. He pops again on the outside. He's just, or on the inside, just letting him know he's there in his mirrors, maybe. There's a couple of drivers that are paired up right now with their, maybe they would consider themselves rivals, but it's just the same kind of result. They're really close, but no momentum really gained. Chris Schierling is not really having to defend against Anthony V. Jenkins at the moment. It's the same thing you can say about Cooper McCoy back there in P13 in our rear view. Not much pace difference out of the drivers. Although Chris behind did try to make a move. Took it the wide angle, the Parabolica, nothing. Even 2/10 separation here from the McLaren to the Lamborghini. No change. Darts to the inside, but that's a feint. That move was never really on. something to be said here as well. No change. All things considered, we have another group of drivers that are kind of like that. Forrest Holland and Justin Janulowicz right here, and Brandon Burns, all pretty close on times, but not much is probably going to change. No one's making these big brain moves at the moment on lap 21. Maybe we'll see it later. Anthony B. Jenkins now 3/10 off. Chris Moulton's also 2/10 off. Whose battle is going to start off first? I think it might be this one. They don't go too wide, but Cooper had a really bad entry into Ascari. That compromised them through the entire set there. They are now going to be going side by side. Helicopter cam. And on the outside, it looks like he has the move down. And it is down. As Chris Moulton goes through on Cooper McCoy. In just ahead. Anthony B. Jenkins, no move for him. Justin Janulowicz on Forrest Holland. Now it's almost a foregone conclusion. The Porsches are not fast at all here, and even on a straight, they don't even. It doesn't even look like any of these cars that need to get a little toe from the Porsche. They're just straight line speed goes to them, but in the braking zone, it goes to the Porsche there, and his move is not just yet over. And Justin's gonna have to set this up into the next couple of corners as well. The defense of Forrest Holland comes into play. And he is through. And impressively, Forrest Holland has put his car where it needs to be, and he is staying ahead of Justin Janulowicz right now. I wonder if he can keep this up for another 4 laps as Brandon Burns goes off into the sand there. Cooper McCoy on Chris Moulton here, down into turn 1. It was not ideal. But they're going to go side by side. That's kind of surprising. Cooper McCoy retaking P13. I'm not just quite sure what happened. He had a bad entry into turn 1, and on exit was side by side with Chris Moulton, and he's subsequently taken the place. I don't know what happened there. It is fascinating. Further up, we have the Pax Oceani drivers of John Javecki, Christopher Daniel. Looks like John got by Chris maybe in the pit stop strategies there. Oh, whoa. But Austin McGill is in the pit lane. And he's back out. But he's going to lose a bunch of positions as there's drivers going through. Cooper McCoy being one of them. He's in 13th at the moment. And down to P12 for Austin McGill. I'm not sure what that was about. But he had to stop. Maybe he didn't have enough fuel to the end. But he did pit. Huh? Yeah, he pit twice. That is confirmed. He pit twice. I don't know what to say about that one. Brian Zaborski Jr. Zaborski Jr. and Michael Otten battling out there with 3 laps to go. Brian goes through into P28. Oof, extremely deep though. That's going to be a slowdown penalty. It's going to be enough for Michael to come through. And yeah, he's going to have to retake P28. That's unfortunate. I think Michael is pretty excited about that one. Tyler is gaining on Jacob. That will be Jakob. 0.6 separation on their gap. Almost close to half a second. Does look like it's getting closer. Jason Zittel and Scott Webber down the start straight finish here. Oof. A rough entry for Jason there. And back over to Tyler Anderson. P1 and 2 battling out here just before Scary. And he's going to hold it down that entire defensive line on the inside into Parabolica. And can he hold this out for one final lap? That's the real question. He's going to stay right near that wall. I think he knows exactly what he's doing here. Oh, and that was it. That was it. That's P1 and 2 as Jacob Simmons wins over Tyler Anderson across the line. I said 2 laps ago. Prashant Jayaraman, Elliot Burton in 3, Prashant into 4, Jeff into 5. These battles are not done yet. Christopher in 6, JD Daniel in 8, Dylan Maroney in 9, Chris Schierling in 10, Anthony V. Jenkins in 11, Cooper McCoy still battling out here. Austin McGill stayed in 12th, stays ahead. Trey Missak crosses the line and goes fast, just crosses ahead of Miles Brown for 14th. Miles Brown into 15th, Chris Moulton in 16, Richard Severett 17, Spencer Smith in 18, Scott Webber in 19. Daniel Barrett is going to finish just ahead in 21 and 20. J.R. Hoops in 21. Rodrigo Theory in 22. Oh, I hate when this says it. Jason Zittel in 23. Matt Benson 24. Justin Nulowitz in 25 over Brandon Burns. Tough cross the line. 27 is Forrest Holland. Michael Otten in 28. He's still got a little bit to go, but no battle here for him. Then Brian Zaborski Jr. in 29. And Steve McAllister in 30. It really just kind of sneaked up on me when it said 2 laps to go and they're battling and across the line it says, we're finished. It doesn't make any sense. But there it is. That is the race. And And yeah, and the Beans win overall here. Um, what a fantastic ending there. Uh, Past Steve McAllister, we have more drivers that have that did finish. Um, that said, P1 through 15 are out there. We also said who everyone was through 30. Steve McAllister rounding that out. Tom Smith in 31, Travis Bartlett 32, Marshall Scari in 33, Noah Porter 34. So that driver did come in to this race. We just never saw him. Welcome to the league there, Noah Porter. 35 is Jeff Lubitsch. 36 is Eric Kunzman. That's a draft punk bronze. 35 and 36. Michael Sharon in 37, Alex Zahir 38, Brad Jorgensen 39, Colin Luckers 40. 41 was Mark Miller, 42 is Angel Korstecki, Kyle Poffenberger, and Zachary Hinterhoff did actually not do any laps here. They're 43 and 44, but hey, they're here. I think that actually, I don't even know if that counts to get points. But yeah, 28. Andrew Korstecki was out on with 23 laps prior, so lap 3 or 4 is when he called it. Mark Miller 15 down, Colin 14 down, Brad 6 down. Then everyone else that was running it, 2 laps down for Alex here, and then everyone else was just a lap down. Actually, only a handful of drivers. 6 drivers were a lap down. With me is Jacob Simmons. Congratulations, not only for the first half pro champ of the season 13, and as well as the winner of this race.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was hard fought. Caught it towards the end. It looked like you jumped Tyler in the pits because he did get ahead of you. Naturally on the racetrack, but then you got him the pits. You stayed ahead. He put on, I guess, his last ditch effort right there. I could see that you really held that inside line before Parabolica, and I mean, there was really nothing he could do there. Maybe try to get a better run on the exit of Parabolica, but again, you just kept it close to the vest, close to the board, and you stayed ahead for the final finish. Was that really stressful?
Yeah, he put the pressure on me for sure. My left side tires were pretty cooked, and he seemed to be doing pretty well. So he put the pressure on me. I definitely thought I had a little bit more time and space at the last few laps, and he up and made it really interesting. But yeah, Tyler was really quick. I think he actually overfueled on accident in the pits, or else he would have had me. So
mean, it always comes down to something, whether it's luck, skill, or driver error.
right.
I mean, a lot of what happened on this track, I would say, as far as passes go, there's a lot of natural passes for sure. I'd say the majority were still natural to a degree. I'd say that there's like maybe like a fourth or a sixth, maybe if you want to dive into the weeds on the ratios, that were just people making mistakes, and the other driver behind was able to capitalize on those mistakes. And so
Yeah,
that plays a big part in Monza. And so even if it's a mistake on your competitor side, it really showed that also that driver is a pro and racing pros. So
it's about time. It's about
and
time.
yeah, and what great luck for you. I know. I think Elliot Burton also might have fueled up a little extra because he was a little over by 2 seconds, and so he kind of fell out of that battle with you guys in the top 3.
Yeah, they were quick. I think Tyler and I pulled away pretty early, and it was just us two for a little bit. But Elliot, what happened? Do you know what happened to Austin? He was running
Austin
like
had to
top
pit a
3 on the
second
season.
time. He went into the
Oh, was he
pits.
underfueled?
Maybe that
Yeah.
was what it is. 3 laps ago. Technically, I think it was 2 laps ago, but he just came back in. I think splashed for fuel and went. Took him 26 seconds. He thankfully didn't lose too many positions when he came out. He came ahead of Cooper McCoy in 12th, and Cooper was in 13th. So that's kind of it.
Sounds like somebody's tanking to go back to pro am.
Yeah, it sounds like they don't want to be a part of the pros, but they're
Just kidding.
racing just
Just kidding.
right ahead. His mixed nationality was fifth and sixth for a while, and then I think Jeff lost his
Fifth
teammate.
fastest.
But congratulations on the first win of the second half of this season, and I can't wait to see what you guys can do. And unfortunate what happened in the team standings, and ironically, it was a drop week scenario for you guys to lose out that top step on the first half champions.
Ah, man, the drop week strikes again.
Yep,
It's the bane of my existence. The
39
drop week.
points difference on that one.
I'm gonna I'm gonna start I'm gonna start a protest for against drop weeks.
Yeah,
It's a sham.
absolutely. Thanks for joining me, Jacob, and congratulations again on that P1.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I want to thank my sponsor Gareth Ham and the Clown Car. I owe it all to him. So shout out Gareth.
Yeah, and your teammate was also shouting you out in the comments as well.
Nice. Thanks, Chris. I couldn't have done it without you.
Well, thanks again, Jacob.
Right. Thanks, Jason.
Well, congratulations is in order there, Elliot Burton. Thank you for joining me, and congrats on the Pro-Am win there. And again, I guess posthumously, congratulations on the Pro-Am first half win. It was to another driver, but things have changed, and you are now leading the Pro-Am, or I call them the PAMs, the Purple PAMs class, with Miles Brown just behind you by 20 points. And even more shocking, 29 points behind you in P3 is Dylan Maroney. Fantastic racing there. I know you were P3 on that, just ahead of Prashant, who gave a really good fight to you pretty much that entire race. That's got to be a little stressful on that level. He's pretty rapid, but I mean, I think you placed your car pretty well, and you had a decent pit stop.
Yeah, it was a good race. Thank you again. I had a really good quali lap, and I had a little bit of draft off of Tyler in quali, so it put me in a good spot to start the race. And I was just trying to maintain that. I don't think I have the outright race pace that everyone has, but yeah, Prashant was really quick, and he got me after a couple of mistakes I made. But I made some fuel saving strategy changes mid race, and popped out of the pits in front of him, so that kind of helped me out there. And I think Austin underfueled even more than I did, and he jumped both of us. But I think it was a little bit too much underfueling, and he had to go back in.
Yeah,
So
that he
yeah, I ended
did.
up in a good spot.
That he did. He did go back in. I think it was for fuel. It had really put him in a bad spot there. Miles Brown, who finished P15, and Dylan Maroney, who finished, what is it, P9? Both drivers
Yeah,
in second, Miles in second, and Dylan in third in the Pro-Am standings. Didn't really see them battle on track, but they're right there in terms of like their pace. I mean, they're in the top 15, which is great to see.
yeah.
Fantastic race, by the way.
Monza's such a toss up. It's all based on who you get drafted behind, and of course there's a little bit of a shuffling at the start that
Oh yeah,
kind of got everyone all around mixed up. So yeah, once you get separated here, it's really, really tough to come back and get back up to the next pack. So it's I'm not a huge fan of the racing here. I know it's a classic track and a lot of
mm-hmm.
people like it, but it does lead to stuff like that happening where one little bunch up at turn one, and then you just kind of the rest of the pack is gone.
Absolutely, and that's kind of what happened. We definitely saw that. There's just a huge, I guess, parking lot there into turn one. But also another congratulations. Somebody said in the comments, which is Justin, but a race where you didn't have bad things happen to you, where you just were able
Yeah,
to just cleanly go through without any mess ups or anything. I didn't see lap traffic for you, but maybe that wasn't a big deal. That was a big deal to some people. It was a strategic move for some drivers to use lap traffic into their advantage. It looked like that was playing out somewhat. But
yeah,
again,
definitely
congratulations.
didn't affect me. Definitely didn't affect me as much as some other drivers. I think a lot of the lap traffic was very polite and moved aside pretty quickly, and we were able to deal with it that way. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, it was a good solid race. It's a lot easier to stay out of trouble when you qualify well. So I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
don't
think so.
know. Big streak of unlucky races. It's nice to have a clean one.
I hope that streak ends and this clean streak starts. But also another side note, congratulations with the shakeup in the order of what happened with those two promotions. Draft Punk Gold is now in 5th place, and congrats for Mark Foley getting that third P3 in the first half champion for you. Now Peter Flander joins you. Is he going to be able to help you push that team back up the podium steps here? We have Draft Punk Silver now inherits the win on the first half season. Dylan Maroney and Rodrigo Theory. So I mean that's got to feel kind of nice. Your sister team won out the first half.
Yeah, no, it's a great shine by them. They've been getting better every race and every week, so it's good to see them getting that recognition. So that's awesome. And yeah, as for Team Gold, I think I may be missing next week. I'll be at the Daytona 500. But I
Okay.
think Peter will be here to pick up some of the slack, and then we'll hit it hard for the rest of the season.
Well, fantastic! Can't wait to see what you guys do. We still got 4 more races. It's going to be exciting. Thank you for making it exciting. You and Prashant really had a really good, safe, like clean exchange there, and it really showed.
Yeah, definitely. He's great at driving. So it was fun to battle back and forth with him.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again, Elliot, and congrats for your win in the pro-ams. And I think we're going to probably see you in the pros not too long. I don't know what the promotions look like now, but you keep this
I
up,
hope so.
you'll be right back in the in that orange that orange accent.
Yeah, I think we'll make some. We'll petition Andrew to make some changes. Kind of how like SR in safety rating and our racing prevents you from being bumped down as quickly. I think we'll probably make some changes to how that calculation works out, so people don't get bumped down too quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks again, and great racing, Elliot.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Yep.
Bye.
And that's it, everybody. I wish I could tell you whether or not we have a race on Tuesday. I'm sure we do. Maybe we don't. I think that might be the final race here for our Broken Wing Le Mans series. It's quite possible that's the case. And if that is the case, I hope to see you guys here on Tuesday. Portimao. Yeah, we're gonna be actually. It is next week, or this 2 days from now, on the 11th. Long Beach, race 4, Broken Wing Le Mans series, Tuesday. It's coming up. We have 45, 46 teams on the grid. It is fantastic racing. 2 drivers, 3 driver swaps. It's been fantastic so far. Join us for that. Wednesdays, we have the Xfinity series. It's a bit of a fun one, but it's been a little bit sweaty as of late. We just restarted that. Round 2 is this Wednesday. We do same time every race is same time. It's like 9 p.m. Eastern is when we get the ball rolling on most of these things, qualifying and whatnot. So join up. And the sessions open technically at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for practice, and then it goes on from there. Then we have the V's versus Rays. Those haven't gone away. We have 2 drivers that have stepped up to help run that series, and it's some great multi-class racing for some of the lighter end cars. That series is all running free tracks in the free V's and Rays. Dude, it's J4. Thank you for the follow, and everyone else, show up for this Tuesday, 2 days from now. It's going to be exciting stuff. And next Sunday, we have the next race for round 7. I can't wait for that race. I can't wait for everything this week. Thank you for joining me. Justin, Chris, Gareth. I don't know who the Ghost Sparko guy was, but it sounds like you know. I probably know you. Everyone else, yeah, thank you for joining, and I'll see you in 2 days.